name's Sarah Ferrer. I'm from Miami, and I'm a ceramicist and also a painter. I do mixed media work, and yeah, that's it. I've studied art since I've been in high school, and I started doing ceramics then, and I went to college at KCAI in Kansas City, and I majored in ceramics, and then I went to Japan and studied ceramics there too. So my experiences and my daily life are the main inspiration for my pieces. I try and kind of memorialize the daily things, occurrences in life that we maybe take for granted or that is unique to each and every one of us. So I used to live in Japan for 3 years. I was working through the JET program, and I studied and apprenticed in a ceramic studio in Amami Oshima. And I moved back to Miami 3 years ago, and I really wanted to continue having a connection to Japan with my work because it's like an important place for me. It's one of the first places I ever really made like a living for myself and understood like the realities of becoming an artist. So it's important for me to want to still have some sort of connection for Japan in my work. So when I saw the like advertisement for the residency on Instagram, I really thought like I would like to just take a shot at it. After seeing the advertisement for the residency on Instagram, I kind of read up more about it, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to try and get my work out here again. The experience has been really great. I think one of the best things about the residency is that you really get taken to a city that you might not have gone to otherwise. Like I had no connections or knew anybody in Kaga, but now I know multiple people there, and we've been able to experience a lot of the culture there as well. So I think that was like a huge appeal for the residency. When I first started the residency, my mindset was kind of just still stuck in Miami. So it was a challenge for me to really separate myself, but I wanted to take advantage of the opportunity of being in Kaga. So I tried to make work that had some sort of influence or representation of the things around me that I experienced in Kaga. So for example, kutaniyaki is a type of ceramics that is from Kaga, and it's made with just 5 colors. And I made a painting of a plate, and I tried to make a design and kind of make a modern twist on kutaniyaki. And I stuck to the 5 colors, and it gave me a lot of inspiration too to bring it back to my ceramic work back at home. My case is a bit unique compared to the other Fusion members. So because I used to live in Japan for 3 years, I actually felt very nostalgic when I was in Kaga, and it had me like remembering a lot of the things that I went through and experienced for the first time when I first lived here. So it was really interesting. It was like similar to where I live, but also like its own flavor. And I just feel really fortunate to see just another part of Japan and meet like a whole other group of people that like are doing, you know, for example, we went to the farm, what was the name?
Takigahara.
Yeah, we went to Takigahara, and like in Takigahara, it's just this like compound, right? It was a compound?
Yeah.
It's just this compound where like there's so many amazing things happen. It's like there's people who care about creative fields like music and art, and they really try and make like something out of just nothing, it seems like. You know, it's just a farm, but they really try and push it to do more. For example, like holding a music festival or doing artist workshops. I really think Inaka, like having places that don't have much, give so much more room for people to make things happen. And I like experiencing that really inspired me and made me want to bring more of that mindset back home too. With the short time frame we were in Kaga, like the biggest challenge was deciding like confidently about the type of work I wanted to make. But it was really hard because it's like within the time constraints and everything we were doing, I just kept focusing on like, what should I do? What's gonna be the best thing I could do, that I kind of like forgot about the opportunity I had given to me to be able to use the onsen, to be able to like have conversations with fellow creatives. Like, I think everyone on their own probably doesn't have those things all the time. Like for me, back in Miami, it's just working all the time that I don't really give myself that space to take that time and have those conversations with people, or take that time and take that break for myself. And I realized in Kaga, the times I did take those breaks, it really helped the ideas come to me faster and clearer and better. So as challenging as it'll be, I really hope I can bring that mindset back with me of like letting myself rest. When I was thinking about coming to the residency, I was just focused on kind of how I can make the best out of, or how I can get the most out of being in Japan for my work. But I really didn't even think about the connections I'd be making with other artists, and I was actually really taken aback by how like amazing the whole group was. I didn't expect to have so many late nights in the studio, you know, together with everyone. I thought I might just be like in the corner with my headphones on, focused, but like having that shared studio space was really fun, and it really made me, yeah. Yeah, there's just so much of like everybody I wish I could take home with me, you know, like whether it's like an advice somebody gave me, or a mindset, or like their way of thinking or working. Everybody had such a unique way of working and also relaxing, and I really hope I am taking those things back with me, you know. My idea of viewers in Japan is really different than like any other viewers. So I think it's interesting for Japanese people to look at my work and see how their own culture like inspired a foreigner to like make something new, right? But at the same time, I don't know, there's like some overlapping between like the way people outside of Japan and the way people in Japan would think about the work. No matter who looks at my work, I hope that people can like get some type of feeling when they look at my work. I think a lot of my work tends to be like very expressive in the mark making and all, and if those things help the viewer understand the work more, then I feel like that's all that makes the piece successful for me. And I really hope that no matter whether it's a Japanese person or foreigner, that they really can get something out of the work, like feel something.